Hey, how you doing? It's Pat here. I just got back from my bucket list ride to Alaska and back. It's July 2023. I've been using this Touratech Companero suit now, jacket and pants for pretty much 2 seasons. I thought it would be a good time to do a long-term review video and say whether I would buy it again or look at another option. What I like about it, what I don't like about it. All right, I want to talk about the jacket first. It's rather filthy right now, but you would be too if you just spent the last 11,000 miles on the road in the last month. That's not the issue. Dirt's part of it. You have 2 zippers here. You have the internal zipper, which is mesh and allows the air to flow through. This does work pretty well. Where this jacket does fail, in my opinion, it doesn't look like it, but in a way, the lack of vents. Yes, it has these 2 big ones here. It has the bicep vents, and it has the back vents. They do work. I just don't feel like these flow enough air. Maybe I'm just being too picky. I don't know. That being said, these are impossible to operate when you're riding. I mean, the zippers overall in this jacket are a major fail. I don't know who was thinking what, but if these are, well, this one does say YKK. The main zipper did not, and I'll get to that in a minute. But they're extremely, as you can see here, I'm struggling. There, it's finally open. And just trying to get it closed, it's a nightmare. I mean, so if I were riding, there we go, and I needed to close that in the rain in a hurry, it's not happening. Now, granted, obviously the back ones, you just can't reach them with, but I don't think there's a jacket made that you can reach the back ones while you're riding. We're not even going to go there. I do like the pockets. They are nice and deep. They can hold a whole bunch of junk. For example, I still have my battery pack in here that I use to charge my Cardo system while I'm riding. So this works wonderful for that, and I like the fact it has the snaps. These do work really well while you're riding as far as opening and closing them. It's really simple. It is easiest though if you use the opposite hand. So it helps if you have cruise control to use this hand. You can do this one with your left hand, but it is difficult. I'll give it that. So let's unzip this again. I like the fact it has zippered pockets, credit card slots. I use this to keep my emergency ID in. This pocket I actually use to keep a battery pack in, and I cut a hole and wire tied it, but I use this cord to charge my GoPro. That has nothing to do with the jacket though. But I do like this metal zipper. I like this metal zipper. I'm not showing it here, but it does come with its own internal thermal liner that does zip in and zip out. Same with the pants. That is one thing I really like about this. I'm that weird guy that likes to have that option. You can also use your own base layers like what Climb advertises, but that's another subject for another day. Where this jacket really fails, and maybe I just got a bad one from the factory, that's what I'm going with now, but this main zipper, it's completely broken right now. It thankfully broke on me the day after it rained on me all day, and the motorcycle gods were looking out for me because I never saw rain again for the next 10 days, I think I was on the road. It didn't matter. I ended up having to go to Walmart and buy a frog tog that would fit over this just in case I needed it. This zipper is just terrible. It was from day one. I don't use these straps, so I can't say good or bad about them. The jacket is heavy, but it's protective. It kept me completely dry when I was up in Prudhoe Bay in a cold rain all day. No problem there. One thing I really do like about this jacket is it has this rabbit pouch here. And see if I can do this without too much difficulty. But what I use it for is keeping what I call the foul weather collar in it. This zips on right here. You do need to have the jacket off to do it. You're not going to do it while it's you're wearing it, obviously, but Where this fails, they don't make these for the pencil neck geeks like me. So my sister happens to be a professional seamstress. I just said, hey, real quick before I get on the road, slap another piece of Velcro on. All she happened to have was white. Hey, it worked. I was able to wrap it around my neck. It kept the weather out. I was extremely happy. One last thing about the jacket. For me, I have to unzip this gusset. Otherwise, the jacket is just so stiff that it rides up against the bottom of my neck all the time and becomes uncomfortable. Maybe if I use the waist cinches and all that, maybe that would help it. I don't know. Never tried it, to be brutally honest with you. The jacket does come with the belly band here. Again, never used it, probably should. Comes with all the armor in the right places. It also comes with the zipper here that you can attach it to the pants. I've never tried that on any suit I've ever owned. Let's move on to the pants. I wanted these pants to be my pants, so I might wear a base layer under them. I might have a pair of shorts on, or it might just be my BVDs, depends on how I'm feeling and what the temperature is that day. These pockets are not pockets, but these vents, as far as operation goes, they work very well on the bike. They're easy to operate while I'm sitting on the bike, so that's a good thing. The cuffs, they zip up and down and they have the Velcro. That works really, really well. The pockets, they're good and deep. I really, really like them. But again, the zippers, I've never had a problem with this one. This one hangs up every stinking time. So even though some of these zippers do have a YKK label on them, they leave a lot to be desired. That's probably one of my that is my number one complaint about this entire Touratech suit. It seems like the zippers are subpar to me. Another thing with these pants, I'll zoom in on this so you can see it while I talk about it, but this is your waistband adjuster here. That's as tight as you can get it. That's as loose as you can get it. It's a major fail point. It doesn't work very well. You're very, very limited on how much adjustment you have. I did try on 2 different pair of these pants. These are the pair of pants that are just slightly too big for me. The other pair seemed like they were the perfect size, but I was afraid if I needed to layer up under them when I have the zip-in liner installed also, that they would be too tight, and none of us want too tight pants when we're on a bike, right? I went with the one size up, which does keep them just a little bit too loose, so I went ahead and spent way too much money on the suspenders. But the cool thing about doing that is they have a pocket here that it actually velcros into, and it zips back here. These suspenders, they do work really well. I'm very happy with these. These pants, overall, comfortable for all day use. I don't know what happened, but the one time riding out here with the knees, something in there, maybe I just didn't get the Velcro just perfect on the armor. It was just rubbing my knee raw a little bit, but it was just the couple of days before I went back in and redid it, so I'm assuming that's what happened. The major downside to these pants, not enough vents. You have just this. There's no exhaust vents. That's kind of stupid. Touratech is a great company. They do a lot of great things for the ADV world, but this suit, I don't know who designed it. It's supposed to be for the ADV rider. I give it about a 6 out of 10. What is this suit the best for, in my opinion? It's best in the colder temperatures. In other words, mid-fall, late fall, winter, early spring. Here in the States, for me, if it's 75 degrees or below, I'm not sure what that is in Celsius. I'll put something here somewhere. I'm gonna guess somewhere around 21, 22 degrees Celsius. I think the suit's fine. You get above that jacket, way too hot. These pants, they're okay, but you're gonna be too hot. They need more venting. I get it, vents lead to potential leaks, but with today's waterproof zippers, I call BS on that. Now to the main question. I've had them for 2 years. I've probably logged over 20,000 miles of riding in them. Knowing what I know today, would I buy this suit? Would I recommend this suit to anybody? No, I would not. I'm sorry. I think there's just too many shortcomings. One, just the zippers, they seem subpar. I don't know what it is about them. They just don't seem to work too well. And second is just the lack of vents on these pants. Granted, it's a very expensive suit, very high end, so it's not like I'm just gonna throw these away and run out and buy something else. I'll be using these for the next several years. But what I've done, unless I'm out on tour, because we all know when you're on tour, the less gear you take, the better, is if I'm riding at home and I know it's gonna be a beautiful sunny day, I don't wear that jacket. I've got a Klein mesh jacket that I simply love. It's probably the most comfortable jacket I've ever owned. So everybody can agree on a hot day, a mesh jacket is better than anything with Gore-Tex or a waterproof membrane in it. So that's has nothing to do with it. All right, if you buy this suit, it looks great. There's no denying that. Will it protect you from the elements? Absolutely. Does it look good and fit good? Absolutely. The coolest thing about Touratech is you can buy 2 different sizes, find the combination that works best, and send the other stuff back. That's awesome what this company does. Is this a 4-season suit? No. I really think this is more of a cool to cold weather suit. So take that for what it's worth. It's just my 2 cents. I'm just your ordinary average guy. Get that song out of your head. So if you got anything out of this video, I would appreciate a thumbs up. I hope you liked it. I did my best to talk about what I like and don't like about the suit. If there's any questions, throw them in the comments. I do my best to answer everybody. Sometimes it's right away. Sometimes I miss it for a few weeks. Hey, I don't live on the internet. So anyway, if you would, give me a couple of thumbs up. Subscribe down below if you haven't, and I'll see you in the next video.